Okay, welcome to the video. As the title suggests, this is about the reverse dieting system, which has taught my clients to lose £40 plus, um, oftentimes in 12 weeks. Typically, people lose 20 to £30. Depends on how much they want to lose. And yeah, it's while eating more food and keeping your results forever. Longevity is very important. I've been hammering this stuff with my clients over the last year who have this specific issue. This is why the system was created. So the aim of the game is simple. It's improve your metabolism, and this word has been bastardized over the last as long as I've been in the fitness industry, and even my understanding of it growing up wasn't great just because of the way that it's been represented. So we have a few preferred ways to do the whole improving your metabolism. Most of what I see from unqualified coaches, PTs, worst of all, like doctors who are actually chiropractors or dropouts, their recommendations are garbage all the time. Maybe one day I'll make a video actually breaking it all down, each individual quote and comment. These people talk with absolute certainty and lie. They'll say cold showers will boost metabolism. They won't. Sauna, a little bit more likely to. Also insignificant though. Grounding, like walking outside barefoot, breathing, ketogenic diets. Also, keto is one of the worst diets. They don't impact your fat loss or metabolism. Like a ketogenic diet, if you're in a calorie deficit, it will. But again, no one keeps to it long term. It's probably got one of the worst adherence rates. And again, this is about keeping your results forever. And that doesn't mean being on a diet forever. That's absolutely not the case. It's increasing your metabolism, and ketogenic diets and things like that won't work. So I can explain why cold water immersion is not going to improve your metabolic rate. Studies have been done on this. There is no change in those submerging cold water and those not. Breathing, surely don't need me to actually break down why that doesn't impact it. Some of you may have never had the displeasure of coming across these charlatans like this on the internet, but for those who have, I felt it necessary to distance myself from their BS. So why bother listening to me, right? I'll keep it simple. I have receipts. My clients consistently write recommendations. I'll testify to the quality of my coaching on video. We'll have like interviews. They're kind of cool. You can watch some of them on YouTube if I've been bothered to upload them. Most of the stuff's on Instagram though. They all progress to weighted calisthenics, even though they're so overweight when they start. People 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds overweight getting to going from assisted bodyweight movements like push-ups on the knees all the way to weighted chin-ups. They'll lose copious amounts of fat along the way, and they do not put it back on. And they even rejoin when they have new goals that they want to achieve. So that's why I think you should listen to me. I'll just show you a couple of clients' testimonials. Again, you'll find more of these guys on Instagram. George Dobson PT. No, it's George Dobson Fit now. George Dobson Fit. At George Dobson Fit. So yeah, this one here, if you want to go and have a look. So my clients aren't former bodybuilders. This is another important thing. They're not guys with incredible genetics with years of training who happen to go on a cut. You may see that from PTs especially. They'll take their friends who have been jacked for years, and then they'll take bad pictures of them, and then they'll take a good picture of them when they've lost a little bit of fat. It's like that's not the same. We're not doing the same thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Those guys are cool. They're bodybuilders. It's a different thing. These guys, the guys I work with, lifetime overweight individuals who've given up a lot of the time, and nothing is working for them. They're family men, career-driven men, other priorities than the gym. So they don't have time to be in the gym all day. This is why it's one of the contributing reasons why that we only train 3 days a week. We're only in the kitchen a few hours a week. It's just so that it's partially so that it actually fits into your lifestyle, but it's also that in other videos I do explain it. It is the best way to train for natural lifters to get results. In other words, I'm not some BS marketer who lies for short-term sales. My guys, stay with me. I've been in this industry for half a decade and I have more results to show than a lot of guys with like 1 million followers. I'm starting to think these guys don't actually have 1 million followers. But anyway, more testimonials, Zoom interviews with clients and stuff like that. Just go on the IG. Anyway, yeah, so You know why to listen. What is reverse dieting? It's a system to keep you from regaining fat after large amounts of weight loss without constantly worrying about overeating, spiraling back into old habits, maintaining that, that anxious feeling or anxious habit of incessantly checking the scales to see, oh, have I gone up a pound? Is it starting? You want to get rid of all that, and that's the reason that people do spiral. They think, well, being overweight is better than this anxiety, so we want to have none of those. It's a system that athletes use to stay in shape in the off seasons. The ones that don't do it look like this guy. If you know, you know. If you know who this is, comment below. So big question I get asked: will just being healthier actually work? So I want to break this down on why that's not really the case. You have to be targeted with what you do. If you're, a lot of my clients are in software, if you just randomly try to learn programming languages, let me know how that goes. Versus if you are purposeful, you're direct, you're measured with what you want to do, you get better results. And that's the same thing here. I like to teach people why they're going to get results from what they do so they can keep it up. So the amount of people I've seen talk about strict whole foods only diets, they ignore the point. If that worked, most people would stick to it. Just because it's natural doesn't make it healthy. Cyanide's natural. Not all fruits are equal or fit for purpose. This is a good example. I'll just change that to be spelled right. So yeah, bananas are a good example. They're pretty much the stupidest food that you can eat for fat loss purposes. They're 9% RDI of vitamin C, and that's it. It's actually the only benefit. As opposed to strawberries, which are 200 grams of strawberries, that'll be half the calories, much more filling. They taste better in my opinion, but that's just an opinion. But they will be your entire vitamin C RDI and probably a little bit more than that. So just your choices come with different consequences. Bananas are seen as a healthy food. There's nothing wrong with them, but if you're looking at fat loss, then it's not useful. They're not going to give you, they're not going to make you feel full. It's not going to give you any nutrients, and it's just empty sugar. And it's like, you can eat lots of empty sugar, which is going to feel like you're not on a diet. So why would you go for that? However, if you were to put it in the context of like fueling for a lift, then bananas are great. So that's why just being healthy doesn't actually work, because being healthy doesn't always align with losing fat. So natural doesn't mean healthy. Healthy doesn't mean great for fat loss. So, and there's millions of other examples. I just thought I'd use a banana example for you. So why you are obese or overweight, or maybe if you are watching this and you've been fluctuating a little bit, and you don't want to be fluctuating, why that may be happening. So if you've gotten 30 to 100 pounds or more overweight, it's not an accident. It's not your genetics. It's how the environment you're in has ruined your hormonal system. This relates to these main factors. There are probably more. It's not to diminish other things, but these are the main things. Not triggering leptin. Leptin tells you you're full, among other things. Increasing ghrelin. So the way that you're eating, training, sleeping, and this is all impacted by those three things, is causing you to feel hungry. Your testosterone is plummeting. Again, the way that for all of these, the way you're eating, sleeping, training, stimulating your thyroid and other hormonal processes. I'll just give you a little bit of free knowledge here. Your thyroid runs on iodine and selenium. If you're deficient in those, how does it work? Tell me, how does a car work if you don't give it petrol? And finally, increase energy expression naturally. You're not doing that. So if you are not doing that, if your energy expression is not increasing, you're not going to burn calories. You're not going to improve your metabolic rate. So we need to fix these things, because you can't just love food that much. If you love food and all of these things are happening correctly, you don't get overweight. End of. And I can say that because I've shown people who love to eat honestly shit food how to do it. So yes, your habits are shocking. They probably are. But do you really think that's the main factor as to why you consume copious amounts of food and don't move enough? Dig deeper. This is a virus in your system which needs rebooting, and this is how we reboot it. So I can run through it a little quickly with you. we're going to increase your metabolic output and expression as a result of better fueling habits, energy, training, nutrition, recovery. Basically, this will reduce the fat on your body while increasing muscle mass. And so fat is utilized by energy, muscle mass is demanded to grow by the body, your hunger is reset, and your hormonal balance is optimized. Through the coaching system, I'll show you how to implement this, test this for yourself, inform you so you understand how to do it, and then I'll basically implement it for you. The coaching system is designed to guarantee success. Those who do not get results, I would continue coaching for free, and I don't do that because they get results. So book a call if you want to join a system that guarantees results. This is for you based on these things. So you've done overly demanding programs before, maybe worked out like 5 or 6 days a week, not got results, or you've not been able to maintain them. Basically, that's like the typical PT thing where they don't know how to get you results, so they force you into over exercising and under eating because they're just hoping that will get you results. That won't work long term. You feel like you've tried everything that hasn't worked. This is the right place to come if that's the case. And again, I'm being confident here in saying that even if you're the anomaly, I will fix it. And you only have time / only want to commit a few hours of training and cooking per week instead of mindless dedication to its healthy type systems. Now, most of my clients just don't have the time to commit more than 3 days a week of training and a couple hours of nutrition. But you might be like me where you just don't want to, and that's also fine. I really think it's important that I maintain the exact same lifestyle that my clients do to prove that it is the best way. It's not just like suffer, do the less beneficial way just because it saves time. I do it as well. So the system's one-to-one program with guaranteed results. To see if you qualify, you can follow the booking link in the description of the YouTube video. If it's still working, I have spots open. So if you want to book a free call and we can discuss whether or not this is right for you, all you have to do is follow the link, booking link, fill out the form, and then we can get on a call.